want to welcome everybody to the City Boys podcast.
Yeah.
What is City Boys? So, City Boys podcast is we're two guys born and raised in Washington D.C.
Yeah, ain't no DMV stuff here.
That's the Department of Motor Vehicles. For
Yeah,
me.
that's where you go get your license.
That's where you get your license. I'm born and raised Southeast Washington D.C.
Yeah, no, I'm Northeast D.C.
And we have come together to give you just some very, very informative topics, some encouragement, just a lot of things we're going to bring to you all. We've sat and talked and just said, hey, somebody can be encouraged by some things that we're going to bring to the table.
Definitely.
So we're going to start things off and just basically tell you, where we from, how we grew up, just give you an introduction to where we are so you understand and know that we real city boys here. So, Wash.
Yeah. So, man.
Northeast, man.
So it's funny because I'm from Northeast, but I actually went to school in Southeast. But born in Providence Hospital. Anybody that's really from DC know about Providence, but Providence Hospital no longer exists. But born in Providence Hospital. The first house I remember, it was an apartment over off of Sheriff Road, 52nd Street, right around the corner from H.D. Woodson, Nanny Helen-Burrow, that whole area. Man, that's just the first spot I remember. We was there until I was like 8. Mm-hmm. I just remember it was a 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
Man, my mother, my father, me, and my sister. 1-bedroom apartment, man. And for me, growing up in DC, man, it's crazy. You don't know what you in until you get out of that bubble and see what somebody else is in. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for me, it was cool. I was growing up in the 80s during a time where you ain't really stay inside to play. We was outside constantly playing football, basketball, and, tackle football. And, you know what I'm saying? It was just it was a good time to be alive, but at the same time, man, as growing up in the 80s, even a little early 90s, the crack epidemic hit our city like it wasn't nobody's business. And so that was just all around me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So from elementary school, I went to this private school called DuPont in Southeast. Okay. And so I'm growing up in Northeast, but we heading to Southeast every day for school. My mom kept us around church activities and stuff. And so I was there until I was about 8, 9 years old, something like that.
Right.
And then it happened, man. I'm from Northeast. I was sad, man, when we packed up and moved to Capitol Heights, Maryland. And we moved right over the line to Capitol Heights, but I was in Southeast every day for school. Mm-hmm. And was still going to Northeast on a regular. I would still go there to play ball. Right. Still trip out with the friends and stuff, whatever case may be. And we moved to Capitol Heights over Walker Mill. Okay. And so anybody know anything about Walker Mill know that wasn't really suburban life during that time. Right, you know what I mean? That was it was a lot of stuff that happened.
Walker Mill was tough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I seen some stuff I probably shouldn't have seen.
Right.
9, 10 years old, got introduced to things and I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? So it was, I definitely wasn't having a silver spoon in my mouth.
Right.
It was a tough.
What was your friend circle like when you were coming up? Like who you hang around? Who was influential in your neighborhoods and all of that stuff?
Yeah, so I had I would say 2 set of friends, right? I had my friends in school in Southeast that we would trip up with. But then I always had friends in the neighborhood, right? That I was playing ball with and tripping out with. Man, to be honest with you, there isn't probably one person that I grew up with in my area that I was living that I'm still in touch with. Not one person, man. Like off Sheriff 52nd Street or even in Walker Mill, man, I don't know what them dudes are doing, man. I have no idea. They could be living next door to me right now for all I don't know where they at. I was last year, man, I was getting my car service, getting the oil changed, and I ran into a dude who lived in Walker Mill the same time I did. I ain't really recognize his face, but we told and exchanged stories. We had to be out there playing ball together, right? So then I had my friends in school. I saw them at church, so I would trip out with them. But it's probably few people that I was like tripping out with like that I'm still in relationship like that now. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad in some regards, you know what I'm saying? I wish I was, you know, still in touch with some of them folk, but you know, life changes. I remember, I never forget, man. First time I had a gun pulled out on me, I was like 9 years old. I gotta share this story on this thing, man. My mother had just bought me this jacket, right?
Right.
And this is gonna make you laugh. She had just brought me this jacket, and I was type of dude, I love playing ball growing up, man. So I'm coming home, I'm gonna finish my homework real quick so I can get outside and play ball. And you know, I had a little game, man. I ain't gonna lie, I had a little game, man.
That's what he say.
Don't let the size fool you or whatever, man. Ask them dudes that knew me, man. I could hoop. I could really hoop. And so that was kind of like, you know, we're gonna keep it 100 on this drink, man. City Boys. Because of a lot of stuff that was going on in my home, basketball was like my sanctuary.
Outlet.
Because I ain't need nobody to play, man. I get a ball, I can shoot by myself.
Right.
Or I can just, you know what I'm saying, play with the dudes that was out there. So I remember this one time, man, I went outside, took my jacket off, set it on the little bench, and I was hooping, playing for about an hour and a half. These older dudes came out and was like, hey, man, we about to play. And I was like, nah, yo, we got this court. And these dudes are probably like 5 years older than me, man. But I wasn't gonna be bullied. I'm like, nah, yo, we playing. So my homeboy was like, come on, man, let's just go. I was like, nah, yo, we been out here playing. We ain't going nowhere. So the dude opened his jacket and he put a little friend out his waist. And my friend was like, man, I told you we need to go. And I was like, yeah, it might be time to get on out of here, right?
Yeah.
So I was so shook.
Yeah.
I ran back upstairs. We lived on the 4th floor in the apartments, and got in the house, huffing and puffing. My mom was like, "You all right? Yeah, mom, I'm good." She's like, "Where that jacket at?"
And this was
like,
around Northeast.
This was in Walker Mill.
Oh, Walker Mill. Okay.
This is Walker Mill. Walker Mill used to have 2 courts right in the front of the joint.
Right.
And they didn't stay up long. The rims didn't stay up long because it was always fights and stuff that took place out there, man. So management would come take it down. But she noticed I ain't have my jacket. And I'm like, yeah, I had to set it down. I couldn't go get it. She was like, nah, you going to get that jacket. Nah, ma, I can't go back out there and get that jacket. I ain't tell her why, but I was like, I can't go do that. She was like, yo, I paid too much money for that jacket, man. You go get it. Ma, I can't do that. Well, why can't you do that? Yeah, it was a little, you know what I'm saying? I just can't. Please don't make me go back out there and get that jacket.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm coming out there with you. I'm like, oh, man, you gonna make sense. Man, anybody know you can't have your moms coming out there, you know what I'm saying? I got a robe on.
So was it just you and mom at this time, or you, mom, and pops?
So it was me, mom, pop. I got a sister. She's a year and 18 days older than me.
Okay.
Right? They call that Irish twins or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So all us in there. I ain't have like the closest relationship with my dad, but he was there. He put the ball in my hand first. You know what I'm saying? But it was a challenging situation. You know what I mean? We might have to break that up into a singular drink. You know, we talk about family dynamics, but my mom, or he might have been at work, to be honest with you at the time. But my mother was like, you going to get that coat, that jacket. Man, she came outside, walked down them 4 flights, robe on, and the dude was still out there. And he seen me come out there. My jacket was right there, man. And man, my mother made me go get that jacket, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't play.
Man, and so I went back upstairs and she like, let me tell you something. I paid too much money for that jacket for you to just let it go. And so, you know, I never forget, man, I had that gun pull out on me my first time, man. I you know, saw you know, drugs being sold all the time. So what elementary school did you go to?
So I went to my first memory of my elementary school year was Henley Elementary School.
Henley.
Right off of Chesapeake Street, right on Chesapeake Street.
All right.
And
you walk to school every day?
Walk to school from where I live.
Okay.
We talking about 3rd grade, so
okay.
I would never let my daughter walk to school in the 3rd grade, but you know, school was right down the street. Had a few guys around there, and used to walk to school and everything like that. I remember
all elementary school.
All elementary. So I didn't finish up there. I did third and fourth grade because I stayed with my grandmother at this point.
Really?
Yeah, because my mother was in the military at that time, so she traveled, and I was with my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
And love my grandmother to death. But I tell you, the things I picked up, the things I learned, I wouldn't wish that on no kid.
You was going to Henley from what grade? From third
to fourth grade.
So it's funny you say that, man, because you used to walk to school, but you was like, you'd never let your daughter walk to school.
Right.
You would never do that.
Never.
He getting soft, y'all. Y'all heard what he just said there. He walked to school every day. I'm laughing because it's interesting what we used to do growing up.
Yeah.
That we just won't let our kids do now. Maybe the world is different. Maybe we, you know what I'm saying? But the stuff I used to do, it wasn't nothing, it seemed like.
Let me tell you, like, Chesapeake Street, right off of Southern Avenue, you got
Southern Avenue,
Linda Poland, you got Chesapeake Street, you got Atlantic Street, 4th Street, you got all of these neighborhoods in this confined area. And when I tell you, like,
that's a perfect storm.
It's a very, very perfect storm because the life, let me just tell you. So like growing up across the street from where I used to live, you had nothing but just like alcoholics, drug heads, people selling drugs and all of that stuff. And on my side, it was a little calm, but right around the corner you got Linda Poland.
Yeah.
So, you know, and these are like treacherous neighborhoods back in the day. Anybody know about Chesapeake Street? Anybody that know about DC, know about Chesapeake Street, know about Linda Poland, know about Atlantic Street, 4th Street, that whole little cluster area. It wasn't, there was
certain places
good.
I wasn't going to South Beach.
Prairie Farms, Lincoln Heights, around the circle and down bottom, we getting dirty with it, 66640, naughty, what's up, shawty? Southside to the uptown,